So your next question for you, Marie. Do I have to keep on paying the household bills post-separation?
Well, I think what's really important to understand with this one is, well, whose name is the bill in?
Yeah.
So generally, household bills will be in joint names, and the provider's not going to care about whether you've left the house or in the house or you can't afford it. You're just as liable together as you are individually.
Yeah.
And as we know, late payment fees, recovery fees, debtor fees, interest, all of those add on to not paying it,
and can affect your credit rating.
So, look, I mean, if it's a situation where you're earning no income and have no capacity, then and no longer in the house, obviously there's no means, or whilst you might be on the bill, you're not actually having the benefit. But you certainly wouldn't just stop paying because you're no longer living in the house, thinking there's going to be no ramifications.
Yeah, that's right. It's really about protecting your, understanding that until the actual property division happens, things lay where they've fallen, and you need to keep honouring your legal obligations to pay for whichever services you've signed up for, even if you're not using them anymore.
Yes.
And then, if you're suffering financial hardship, then there is that opportunity to make a hardship application to that provider, whether it's your bank or
your side of the situation. And I suppose if it is the case that neither of you can afford those household bills, then there needs to be a reevaluation as to whether the house has to be sold or whether those type of bills can be changed to another provider that's cheaper.
Yeah, exactly.
Or what are you paying for? And if you are paying them, there might be some weight put on that in terms of a contribution made by you. It's considered with a factor of a whole lot of other things, so don't necessarily get the dollar you put back in. And you might also be able to explain to child support that you've been paying those bills and see if there can be a departure application or consideration of them. But these sorts of things, I think, like you said before, it's really important to think holistically. Like, what is this? Yes, I might legally be entitled to, but I don't really want to. I want to, set a tone. But
it's not fair that I have to pay for something that I'm not using.
But how's it going to look in the big picture?
That's right. And there might be an opportunity to negotiate with the other party at that early stage, that you be responsible for the bills for what you're using.
Yes.
So, you might pay your car loan, where the other party was paying it throughout the relationship, but then they're solely responsible for the house.
Yes.
So there's a bit of clarity about who pays what until everything's resolved at the end of the day.
Yeah.